It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. Of course, we come to you each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is obnradio.com, and our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Man, I am excited. We have a jingle that was sent to us, and I am so excited to share this jingle with you by Tamika Peoples. And I just got to let you hear it. I'm fired up about it. I'm going to let you guys check it out, and then we'll be right back. Check this out. Just check this out.
The open mic, Dr. Mike, you'll be radio, the Mike Show, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
I don't know about you, but I really, really like that. Thank you so much, Ms. Peoples, for sharing that. And of course, we are going to incorporate that somehow, some way. If you who are listening have any type of musical skills that you could incorporate to that jingle, please DM me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. I've got to get some music to line up to that. Again, thank you so much, Ms. Peoples. It sounds so nice, I'm going to play it twice. Here you go again. We'll be right back with more of the Mike Prince Show.
The open mic, Dr. Mike, you'll be radio, the Mike Show, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
I'd like to take this time to recognize our sponsors and supporters at the Open Mic Broadcast Network: Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Prairie View Athletic Club, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Farmers Insurance of Hempstead, Texas, Diva Skin Conditioner, Helping Hands Lawn Service. Thank you for your support of our local and regional coverage of student athletics here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
This is Terry Coleman with the Delta Sports Report. Men's basketball. Former Alabama State guard Bobby Ross is transferring to Alcorn State. The NFL. Texas head coach Bill O'Brien said that he'll take a knee players during the national anthem this season. The NCAA is encouraging schools to give athletes Election Day off, which is November 3rd. This has been Terry Coleman with the Delta Sports Report.
It's innovative. It's encouragement. It's empowerment. It's informative. It's inspirational. It's The Journey, a talk show that is guaranteed to come to you from a different perspective. Coming soon, The Journey, another production of the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. Of course, it is a lot going on, and there's never enough time to get things going. But I'm going to touch on a topic that is hot across the country right now, and you might agree or disagree with the way I'm looking at it, but it is what it is. I am open for dialogue, open for discussion. You can call on the message line, 713-570-6736. Leave your comments, thoughts, concerns, and we'll run it through the meal. There are two things I want to touch on. I guess we'll focus on the Ohio State concern first. Ohio State has put out notices that their players that are coming back for these quote-unquote voluntary practices will have to sign a disclosure saying, hey, we, Ohio State, the Ohio State will not and cannot be held responsible if you come down with the virus. We are not going to be held liable in any court of law. And warning to those who would sign that waiver, that would be perhaps the most foolish thing that one could do. If you are that confident about bringing them back, why would you have them sign waivers to begin with? But who am I? Sign at your own risk, enter at your own risk. I am on record for saying that as painful as it would be, you cancel the entire 2020 season, get a plan together, get a cure together, come back, revamp for 2021, and let the chips fall where they may.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
The next topic that I am going to jump in and jump out, I am going to get straight to the point. I'm not going to filibuster and go all around the mulberry bush. We've heard over the course of the weekend throughout the country, African American players are making demands and commands that certain things be done in a different light. We got players challenging coaches from stuff that was said, but when the time to respond was near and dear at that moment, there was nothing said. And I was listening to a Texas A&M radio show on yesterday, and the question was raised, where were all the concerns when these things that have been in place for years were never raised? There were never outpours of change. Where all of a sudden did this rage come from? And it took me back for a moment. But then I began to think, you know what? There could be some validity to that question. Here is the 21st century upon us, and I'm going to use the University of Texas players just for reference on this comment. The Eyes of Texas. They've been singing this song since 1936, I believe. It goes to the tune of I've Been Working on the Railroad. And there have been many African-American students as well as student athletes that come to sing that song. They all grab and harmoniously sing the lyrics to their beloved song. And all of a sudden, it's indecent, it's uncomfortable. I don't like it. And my response is this. If you're walking into a situation with your eyes wide open and you've done your due diligence and you willingly agree to go and render your talents in exchange for an education, for traditions and habits that are questionable, why do you sign on the dotted line? Why do you subject yourself to that? And if you are going to take that approach, then aren't you inviting yourself to the unnecessary, unjust that one may experience? If it is that much of a concern for you, there is a simple process that you can do, and it's called transfer. And my challenge is this. If it's that important to you, why don't you make an impact, make a difference with your local HBCU? And I can hear you, well, the competition and the level of play is not the same. Well, maybe if you were to return home, you could balance out the playing fields. We've been talking with a lot of legends from the 60s, 50s, early 70s on how many of the most talented African American students went to other institutions and subject themselves for whatever reasons, whether they thought they would have a better chance of going pro, whatever the case may be, and subject themselves to a lot of inhumane and harsh treatment. And here's another thing that I'm really scratching my head about. Why would you be in favor tearing down Confederate statues. It is a part of the American heritage. It's a part of the American history. Just because you tear it down does not mean it is forgotten. In fact, I believe it does more damage to tear it down than to leave it up. The old saying, out of sight, out of mind. My counter to the Confederate statue would simply be this. You could place right next to it a statue of Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Frederick Douglass, Barack Obama, any great African American leader, Harriet Tubman, and put it right next to the Confederate statue. And as a symbol of change being made, let's just use, for example, if the Confederate statue is 6 foot tall, you make the African American statue 8 foot tall, which would symbolize that we look down on racism, we look down on hatred, and we're climbing to the next level, but there's still work to be done. That sends a message. I know this show was a bit unique, but from time to time, we have to do unique things for unique situations. I am going to exit stage left. My time is far spent on today. Don't forget, stay tuned for The Journey, a new production here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network, as well as our other productions here, the Carlos Brown Show, She Say Sports, the Mike Prince Show, and much, much more. I've got to go. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As always, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.